And Dolly Parton joins us now. Now, Dolly, you've been ignoring us here in Britain for quite a while. It's 1983, isn't it, since you were last here?
Well, actually, I've been here since then, but that's the last time that I performed, and we're actually coming back over next month, in November, at the end of the month, to do 3 or 4 shows in London, and we're actually in this area. I think we're doing a show in Manchester, a couple of shows in London, and then we're going over to Ireland to do a couple of shows, and then Scotland. So it's been a long time, but I've been I didn't have a group together for about 10 years because I was off doing business things like Dollywood and working on TV and some other things. But I miss the music, and we've had a lot of success with the last 3 albums along these lines with bluegrass and country folk flavors. And so the people wanted to see us, and I thought, well, why not? If they want me, I'm going.
They certainly do, Dolly. I remember I was there last time back in '83 in the Dominion, yeah, way at the back, yeah, way before I got into this kind of malarkey.
They actually taped that show for an HBO special back home, and so they've shown that so much, and it made all of you look so good. You were so nice to me, and it was great. And we've had a lot of fans in the UK for many years, so we're happy to be back. We are delighted to have you back. Now, what about this album? You mentioned a bluegrass feel to it. I mean, it's still the same old Dolly, isn't it? It's still country and western. Well, it has its flavors. I'll always be the same old Dolly, but hopefully I get to color that up. I'm a girl of many colors. One of my favorite songs is called Coat of Many Colors, but I get a chance to be a rainbow in my career, and I've been very glad about that I've had the opportunity to do country and to do folk and bluegrass and some pop things as well, and to get a chance to do some movies. But this particular CD that I have out now, it's called Halos and Horns. It does have some bluegrass flavors, a little bit of Irish flavors into it, and also has a lot of some real country things, just like the dagger that you're playing. To me, that's very country.
How did the whole album come about then?
Well, actually, I thought the title was a good one. I wrote 12 of the songs. There's 14 songs. I wrote 12 of the songs, and then we did a cover on If and Stairway to Heaven, the Led Zeppelin song, which was a stretch. But actually, I was auditioning for my group to put a group together for the first time in 10 years. And so I thought, well, I'll just go in the recording studio to see how these musicians sound. That'd be a good way, because I write a lot of songs and I own my own publishing. So I thought, well, I'll just pay for these as demos, just demonstration records to send out to other artists. But it started sounding so good, I thought, well, you know what? This sounds so good, and these musicians are so great, I might as well just go ahead and put it out. And Halos and Horns is one of my favorite songs, and it just kind of talks about sinners and saints, how we all want to be good, but we're too good to be bad and too bad to be real good, so we're caught somewhere in between. But it has a lot of colors in the album. We have some gospel songs in there as well.
We were just talking to Daniel O'Donnell about writing songs, because he said he's written 3. He's written his latest 3, and only just started writing. I mean, you've been writing songs for a long time, haven't you?
Well, all my life.
Yeah,
really. I started playing guitar when I was 7 years old, and started writing serious songs at that age, songs about heartbreak and all that.
And when you sit down and write them, I mean, for this album, where do you get your inspiration from? What do you think?
Just life in general. Of course, I've suffered most of the stuff I write about. I've been through it, or see people that I care about go through things. So if I see somebody I love going through a heartache or a divorce or a death or something, I feel so deep for them that it's the same as if it happened to me, so I can draw from that. Also, it gives me an opportunity to express what I think they'd like to write if they could get it out. So it's not hard to find inspiration. Life inspires me.
Well, how long does it actually take you to sort of knock out a song, as it were?
Well, that depends, and that's a good question. Some of my songs I can write in 10, 15 minutes if they're really slow. Some of them I just slave over for hours. Some of them I'll work on and put them away, come back months, even years later to finish them up, and then one day it'll be like, oh, yeah, that's what that song wanted to say. And then it's easy then. But for the most part, I can write a song in probably an hour. I would say is about my average for just a simple country song. If it's more involved, it takes longer.